to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. Listen, it is a freaking cold day here in Gwinnett County today. 28 degrees, only going up to 37, and I ain't going out this house. Do you hear what I'm saying? It is cold. They had a freeze warning this morning. They closed the schools down, all kinds of stuff. They had a black ice warning. It is cold this morning, y'all. I feel like I'm back in Jersey. I'm like, oh my God, it's so cold. And yesterday I was cold, and it was so funny because I was outside yesterday, and I had to take my uncle to the doctor. And I had on like jeans, a sweater. I had on a long sleeve shirt, but I had on these little shoes with no socks, right? But it was like a loafer kind of shoe. But I didn't have on any socks, and it started to rain. And and it's so funny because I'm out there and I'm cold, and I thought my umbrella was in my car, but it wasn't in the car, and because I was in my daughter's car the other day, and I had the umbrella, and I thought I was in my car, and I realized, oh crap, I was in her car. Anyway, I'm out there, and I'm like freezing, and so the other night, my husband and I were watching Naked and Afraid. So, you know, the people in Naked and Afraid, they be in the jungle, and they be naked, and they be fighting bugs and all kind of creatures, and they don't have no food, they ain't got no clean water, and sometimes it pour down raining, and they have no clothes on. And so I was like, I'm walking in the rain because I had to park the car and go inside the building. And I'm like hemming and hawing. And I thought about that. I said, seriously, I can't stand my feet to get wet. And people been naked and afraid, stay out in the rain for 21 days. Suck that junk up, Audrey. I had to tell that to myself. And I started laughing. I told my husband when I got home, I said, I thought about me being in the rain yesterday. And I really didn't have anywhere to run to. I ran to it took me about a second. And but my feet were cold and wet, and I was like, so I said to him, I know I wouldn't make it in Naked and Afraid because my feet were just cold, and I had on a whole jeans, everything, and I was freezing. But anyway, we had some rough weather last night across America, across the United States. North Carolina got a tornado, and I heard that 3 people lost their lives. Florida got some damage down there, and a tornado touched down. I'm talking about crazy weather. We had some ice cold weather here and some black ice this morning, so prayerfully, y'all. Prayerfully, this will hurry up and change because it's just cold. Anyway, hope you're having a good day. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to my cousin, Aminthia. Happy birthday, darling, and many, 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 many more. Also, this episode is brought to you by my sponsor, Guardian Financial Services. So if you are looking for someone to do your taxes, you think about Guardian. It's tax season. It's that time of the year for you to get your tax done, and Guardian has been around. They have over 20 years of experience. So if you're looking for someone to do your tax, you can check out Guardian Financial Service. Guardian Financial Service. So they, now you got all these dot names, dot service, dot biz. They had dot biz for a long time, but I had never heard of dot service. But there is a dot service. So if you're looking for someone to do your taxes in all 50 states, Guardian Financial Services can do your taxes for you. So that's www.guardianfinancial.service. That is the website. Check them out. All right, today is National Almond Day. So if you like almonds, get your almond on. I like almonds. Almonds is a little, for me, and they're one of the best nuts. I love cashews. It's also National Pancake Day. IHOP is probably running over. I wanted to IHOP give like a special today because it's National Pancake Day. But I like IHOP and I like almonds. But almonds to me, like I like to eat them. But when you eat them, they kind of stay in your mouth for a long time. Not like when I eat cashews, which I love. I love cashews. And I used to love macadamia too, y'all. I used to love macadamia nuts. And one of my coworkers went to Hawaii and brought me back a little 3-pack case of macadamias. I probably ate too many, and it made me allergic. And the next thing I know, I was allergic to them, and I have been afraid to eat them ever since. I used to go to the store and buy them. Macadamias, they're expensive. And I remember one time I went to ShopRite in Jersey to buy some macadamia nuts. And when I went to ShopRite, it was like $7 and some change. So the girl looked at me, she said, because the can is tiny. It's probably maybe a 6-ounce can. She looked at me, she said, maybe 7 ounces. She said, are they really that good? I said, yeah, I like them. So I would go and buy me a can like once a week because I liked them. But my friend brought me some back from Hawaii, and I became allergic to them. And I was like, oh, man, I can't eat those anymore. All right, let's go ahead and get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thompson for today, February 16th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Tempers will mount if you are too pushy at work. You have a lot to offer. Someone you work with could try to undermine you. So you mad, you being too pushy, and somebody's trying to undermine you at work today, Aries. So watch your back and watch your temper. Watch your temper, because if you too pushy, you're going to push the wrong person, and that's not going to be a good thing there. You already got people who have put a tag on your back, so watch your back, because people are trying to undermine you, and watch your temper. All right? Taurus, use your high energy and dynamic approach to win favors from superiors. You will be highly entertainment when in contact with your lover. Oh, evasion is likely if you aren't direct about your feelings. Just be it. Just say it. Let me tell you something. Communications is the best thing you can have. If you have a problem communicating, that's a problem. So just tell them how you feel. Here's the thing. Once you tell them, then they know. You ain't got to guess. I don't know why people feel like if they don't communicate, the problem's going to go away. Problems do not go away when you don't communicate. They fester and they get bigger. They become a real problem. So just tell them how you feel, Taurus. Just put your feelings out there. Now, listen. If you got the red flags and they really don't deserve you, then you might want to think about that first. But if you feel like that person is the one and they just don't know how you feel because you're being evasive, let them know. Let them know. Gemini, you can develop your creative talents if you take the time to practice your art. Your own small business on the side sounds pretty lucrative. You can't do everything on your own. Ooh, okay. So today is Talk Business Tuesday. And I'm going to go in, since the horoscope has said you can't do it on your own, and you could have a nice, lucrative small business on the side. We're going to talk about that a little later. Yeah, so listen here, Cancer. You can't do it on your own, right? Gemini, you can't do it on your own. You're going to have to, and it's if you're trying to grow. If you're trying to grow and scale, you're going to have to get some help. And that's what I'm working on right now, put my team together so that I can scale. There are some things I just don't care to learn. I know the basics, but I don't want to go in. I don't want to spend time learning that. Then I got to become an expert in it. I don't want to do that. There are experts already out there who do these things. So I'm putting together a team, and I'll talk about on the other side when I talk about we do our Talk Business Tuesday segment. I'll talk about some of the ways you can put together a team very inexpensively and why that's important. All right, Cancer. Don't trust coworkers with important or personal information. Your emotional life may be up in the air if your mate has been going through a change of heart. Don't let them blow situations out of proportion. Listen here. If your mate has been going through a change of heart, Cancer, chances are you already knew that. You saw the signs and you just kind of ignored them. But you already knew that. And here's the other thing. Keep your business to yourself. I always say this. If you don't want anybody else to know, don't tell anybody. Because the minute you tell somebody, chances are they're going to tell somebody else. Even if it's somebody they think that they can trust. The problem is that person may not be trustworthy and pass all your information along. So keep your business to yourself. Don't trust your coworkers with your personal business. Just keep it to yourself. If it's important and personal, keep it to yourself. Leo, try not to take everything so seriously. Ugh, really? You can make amends by taking them somewhere special. Concentrate on home improvement. Small details make a big difference. Yes. Yep. There are some people who are just really great at small details, and some of us are not. But small details can make a huge difference. Right? So pay attention to the small details today, Leo. That's what the stars are trying to tell you, because they can make a huge difference. Virgo, this would not be the best day to sign deals or take care of other people's financial matters. Make any decisions you have in order to avoid feeling unsettled. You can't help everyone. Say that again. You cannot, Virgo. Listen to this. You cannot help everybody. I know there are some of us who want to help everybody. There's some of us who want to fix everything and fix everybody, and we cannot. So, Virgo, give yourself some break. Give yourself some grace. You cannot help everybody. It's okay. You're not meant to help everybody. Georgette said something really, really profound yesterday. She said you weren't the messenger that was supposed to bring them the message. Virgo, you're not the helper that's supposed to help them. Somebody's going to come along who's supposed to help. It's not you. You can't help everybody. You're not meant to. Okay? All right. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thompson. Stay tuned.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. sound insane. But baby, you're gonna love me again. Love me again. Yeah, I paid my dues to show you I'm not the same. It has cost me much, but I would do it again. So baby, come on, love me again. Love me again. I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. Oh, come on, love me again. You're all I need. Can you love me again? Come on, love me the way you did. I just can't change my emotions. Sweet emotion. I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. There's anything I wouldn't do to prove that everything you say is true. And if you let me, I'll keep loving you. I just can't change my emotions.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, I had a moment just now. I was scrolling through my phone looking for something, and there was a picture of my mom there. Man, it just, it's still hard, y'all. It's still hard. You know, it gets better every day, but it's still hard. And the picture that I saw was the one we took at Christmas. Like we took a family picture right at Christmas. And that was our last time together as a family. So that kind of just threw me for a second. But just give me a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up your horoscopes. It's still very hard. It's only been a little bit over a month, and I tell you, I had these moments sometimes where I can't hold it together because I just miss her so much. And see, I think it's harder for me because my mom lived with me. We lived together for a long time, and it was so funny because I moved to North Carolina in 2000, and I got married in 2003. I moved to North Carolina in 2004. And, you know, my mother, my brother and I, we're pretty close. You know, we had never really been separated. Like, that was the first time I left. Like, nobody, you know, we went to school. My brother went to school. I went to school. But outside of that, we wasn't separated. And so I went to North Carolina and lived, my husband and I, my daughter. My mother called me every day about 3 times a day for 2 years. She told me every reason in the world why we should come back. And, after that, my husband's grandmother, we went home for Christmas, and she put the old lady thing on us. And y'all keep her in your prayers too. Like she's 95 years old. She's funky, but she's ill right now. So we are praying for her a full recovery. And she's lived a very full life, but we are still praying for her full recovery. But anyway, we went home for Christmas. And his grandmother, so they double teamed us. My mom and his grandmother, they put the whammy on us. And so we came back home. We was like, we should just move back to Jersey. And he was like, yeah, we should. And we did. And we moved back to Jersey. And my mother was so happy. And so she moved in with us. We all lived together. I bought this house and we all lived together. And then when we got ready to come in, she came with me. So my mom and I have been together a very long time. Like we've lived together pretty much my entire life. But I think that's because that's the way she was raised. Like it was 8 of them, and they all lived together for a very long time until my grandmother passed away. And then they were grown, so they kind of went their own separate ways. But it was kind of weird because my aunt said to me when I was down there, because my uncle was, you know, he was a little worried that we were gonna all split up like they did when my grandmother passed. Everybody kind of split up and went their own way. Like my mother moved to Jersey, and he moved out with his girlfriend. My aunt was the only one left in the house by herself, and she said, yeah, everybody left me. I was there by myself. But it was the way she said it. Now, she was grown, but it was the way she said it. And she's the baby. It's like, yeah, everybody left me. I was in that house by myself. And I felt like she was in pain. And I was like, oh, God. So my uncle, my mom passed away. She was our matriarch. And so he felt like she was the one that held it all together. And I know I'm gonna get back to the horoscopes in a second. So he thought that because my mom had passed away, that I guess I was going to leave, like we were going to split up in his house, And I told him, we're not splitting up. We're going to stay together. Because it's a lot of people live in my house. Y'all hear me say that all the time. But it feels empty without my mom, which is crazy, But her presence is not here. And even though she was sick for a long time and she stopped doing all the things we used to do, she was still here. We could still go in her room and say, what you doing? How you doing? What you eating? And she could say, give me some water. Give me some applesauce. She loved applesauce. Give me some applesauce. My husband would sneak her some candy, things like that. And I'd be fussing, like, why you give her that candy? Da, da, da. That's me all the time. I was fussing all the time. So, anyway, I had a moment there. Thank you for listening to me. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Your outgoing nature will win hearts. Spend time with friends and family. You can make money through your creative efforts. Listen, spend time with your friends and families. Life can be short, so spend time and make the best of that time. That's something I've learned. I thought I learned that when my dog died, when Diamond died. I thought I learned that, but I feel like I didn't learn it well enough after Diamond passed away. Because I feel like I was working so hard that I missed out on time with my mom. And when she passed away, I vowed not to do that with the rest of my family. So I pretty much stopped all my other businesses. And all I do right now is Good Morning Gwinnett, which is fun because it gives me a lot more time to spend with the baby, to go hang out with my daughter. Like I went to the mall with my daughter, which was cool. We had a great time, which we rarely do because I'm not a mall person. She is. But it was nice. We had, matter of fact, we had a hot dog at this place called a Hot Dog Factory. It was pretty cool too. Let me tell you, and business was bumping. Like people were coming in there getting 2 and 3 hot dogs at a time. So, me, I'm always in business mode, right? So I'm like, I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the people come in. There's people sitting down. We were pretty socially distant, but there was people lined up outside the door. And it was like, it's in the mall, and it's not a big place. Like, it probably had 4 or 5 tables in there, but they had a line, y'all, for them hot dogs. It's called the Hot Dog Factory. It's owned by Tony and his wife. And I told him I was going to give him a shout out on the show. So shout out to the Hot Dog Factory at Sugar Mills Mall, to Tony and his wife. The hot dog was good, too. The chili was really, really good. Like, I don't know. I've had chili before, but this chili was really, really good. And my daughter's like, yeah, that's some good chili. My daughter is not a hamburger meat kind of person. Like, she's just not. But she liked that chili, and so did I. So shout out to the Hot Dog Factory up in Sugar Mills Mall. They got some great hot dogs. So if you're in Sugar Mill Mall, go check them out. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing restaurant reviews and things like that. And I did take a picture of my hot dog, and I'm going to put it on the website later today. And I supposed to did that yesterday, but I forgot. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Scorpio, you must lay down ground rules so that you can complete a job. Mingle with those who can help you get ahead. Visit friends or relatives you don't get to see very often. Visit friends or relatives that you don't get to see very often. If I could say anything to anybody listening to the sound of my voice, please spend time with your family and friends. Please, because life can be, I won't say life is, because life is not short for everybody. I just told you my husband's grandmother is 95 years old. Life is not short for everybody, but life can be short for some people. So make sure you just spend some time with those people. I know we're all on our grind trying to make it happen. I get it. But when I tell you, that's probably one of my biggest regrets right now with my mom is that I worked so hard and I spent so many hours working that I feel like I might have lost out on some precious time. Even though she lived right here with me, her bedroom was literally 25 feet across the room from mine, and I saw her every day, at least 10 times a day. I still feel like I could have spent more time with her, so that's my own thing. But I realize I don't want to miss out on more of life like that, just grinding and missing out on time with my friends and family. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Florida on Friday, and I won't be doing a show on Monday because I'll be up in the air. But I'm going to, no, I'm not. I won't be doing it. But I'm going to Florida on Friday, spend some time with my daughter and one of my best friends. And I'm just looking, and 2 of my friends, actually, because one just bought a house in Florida, in Tampa, where we're going last year. So 2 of my friends will be there. We're going to be, and I'm looking forward to just having a great time with my friends. And that's what, now I can see that's what life should be about, enjoying your family and friends. And I know we all trying to grind. We're trying to get it. I get it. But when I tell y'all the loss of my mom hurt so bad, so I had to stop for a second and just take a look at that and say, okay, man, could I have spent more time? Or, if people keep telling me, oh, there's nothing else you could have done. You did everything. Even she said that. She used to say something like, ooh, you're my rock. And I was like, nah, you're my rock. We used to say that to each other all the time because she would always say that, Anyway, Sagittarius, don't be afraid to speak in defense of others. Get ready to do some fancy footwork when it comes to taking care of your financial situation. Today will be rather hectic on the domestic scene. Take care of your financial situations. Get ready, do some fancy footwork, make things happen, manage your money. Capricorn, your mate, however, may not be too pleased with you. Get down to business. Your irritability may drive your loved ones crazy. Older members of your family will try to take advantage of you. Somebody about to put the old lady move on you, the old man move. Yeah, watch out, Capricorn. Somebody trying to take advantage of you, and it's an older person. Don't let them do it. Just tell them, listen, I love you, but I'm not doing that. You can say that. I used to say that to my mom all the time. That's why she thought I was mean. But it wasn't stuff she asked. It was stuff that she wanted me to do that didn't pertain to her. Like, I'm not doing that. And she just shake her head. Because my mom was a very giving person. And she would try to fix everything. And she wanted me to be a fixer just like her. And I am somewhat of a fixer, but she was worse than me. And she wanted me to fix stuff that had nothing to do with any of us. Like, you should go. I was like, I'm not doing that. And I had to learn how to say that because my mom had me fixing other people's situations, their marriage issues, the arguments between people that had absolutely nothing to do with me. She had me to step in. I'm like, so I got to the point like, I'm not doing that. And then that's what's like so mean. Like, I ain't mean, but that has nothing to do with you or me. I'm not getting into that. Aquarius, a passionate encounter with your mate should help alleviate the pent-up energy. Okay, passionate encounter, I hear you. Your partner will blow situations out of proportion. Your need to use emotional blackmail will only cause you more conflict. Okay, on one hand, you're going to be passionate. On the other hand, you're trying to use emotional blackmail. Is it on the same person? Don't piss the person off, Aquarius. Don't. And then your partner going to blow. You got a lot going on. You got some passion. Then the partner going to blow the situation out of hand. Then you're going to try to use emotional blackmail. Y'all got a lot going on. Do the passion part last. Do all the other crap first and then go back around to the passion and fix it all. I'm just saying. Make it better. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. A long, quiet walk alone may help you sort out your thoughts. Don't blow situations out of proportion or you could find that others will misinterpret what really happened. Don't exhaust yourself or minor health problems will set in. Ain't planning on exhausting myself. Ain't planning on blowing those situations out of proportion. And that long walk, probably won't do that either because it's cold. But I will take a long, quiet moment to sort my thoughts out. I will do that. I don't know about you, fish, but take the minute. Matter of fact, take two. Take two. All right, listen, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now let's get on to some news you can use. Yeah, so they said 2 people were arrested near the White House and they had loaded guns and a letter for Joe Biden. Ain't it crazy though? And listen to this. It was a 66-year-old woman and an unnamed male who have been arrested for after she allegedly approached the White House with a loaded weapon and a letter for President Joe Biden. The Secret Service arrested Sylvia Hall on Saturday, according to a police report obtained by WRC-TV in Washington, D.C. Police came in contact with the suspect and the man at the checkpoint near the White House complex, according to the news station. Okay, why would you do that? I'm not understanding. I just don't understand. Now you're going to jail. Yep, she had the weapon. Yep, Secret Service got it. Now she's going to jail. How? I don't understand. 66 years old, and it's cold in D.C. You should be in the house somewhere drinking hot chocolate or coffee. Now you're going to jail. So check this out. The man who was with her, he had a BB gun. Oh, my God. It's one of these stories I can't make up. I can't make this up, y'all. I cannot. Go to AJC.com, look at the full story. The woman was detained by police 524. She was near Old Ebbitt Grill on 15th Street, Northwest in D.C. The man, they didn't identify him yet, but he was arrested. He had a BB gun. Now you're going to jail, dummy. Oh, my God. Ooh, I tell you, he had a BB gun, y'all. A BB gun. Dumb is as dumb does. I'm just saying. I can't understand it. For real. Anyway, let's get on to some Gwinnett County news. So, spring break is coming up for some people here in Gwinnett County. Yep. And you know what happens at spring break? So, spring break is April the 5th through the 9th, and it's that time of the year. And listen, these kids want to get to some sunshine. Now, here's the thing. Gwinnett Public Schools is saying if these kids go on spring break, they got to come back and quarantine for 7 days after they return. They got to quarantine. And that's because, if they're going anywhere where it's a whole bunch of kids on spring break, they're going to party and they're going to forget about quarantine. They ain't going to wear no mask. They're going to be drinking beer and they're going to be slobbing all over each other. It's just going to be nasty. And everybody know it. They need to quarantine them for 21 days because ain't no telling what's going to show up after that. Because let me tell you something. It's different versions of the coronavirus. So when my family had it, right, we got tested. My husband and I got tested twice. We had it like 2 times we got tested. We got tested that 14-day window. Yeah, that probably wasn't our day. Because we had it. When we went back after 14 days, we still had it. So they explained to us that it was a 10-day version of the coronavirus. My daughter was fine. She was fine after 7 days. There was a 10-day version, a 15-day version, and a 20-day version. We fell in the middle because we went back around day 15 and we were still positive. So day 14, it was a 14-day version. So there was like 3 different versions of the coronavirus. And if you had fever and all that, you had the longer virus. And that's the 20-day. I'm telling y'all. So these kids are going to go on spring break. We know they are. They're not going to follow any of the necessary CDC guidelines. They're not going to do it. Because if they were, they wouldn't be going on spring break. They're going to get together and they're going to have a ball. And they're going to come back. And hopefully they don't have it. But they're going to be required to quarantine for 7 days. I think it should be 14 days because some of the symptoms don't show up anyway for days. Like, it's the crazy thing. They don't show up, right? It just doesn't. Anyway, Gwinnett County Resources to help students struggling through the coronavirus pandemic is getting a boost in funding. Yes. So the Lawrenceville Response Center, which opened last year in April, received more than $500,000 in additional funding, including money from the city and the county. So the center raised $175,000 through donations, and the county and Lawrenceville kicked in some more money. And this is to help out students and residents who are struggling right now. So the initiative helped almost 800 residents in 381 Lawrenceville area households last year. And that's important, y'all, because people are still struggling right now. So the money is coming through, but they're still working on a new stimulus plan, so it's coming through. Anyway, the organization spent about $1 million last year, with the bulk of that going to rental, utility, and child care assistance. Right. There's also employment available. So, these cooperative partners who got together say, we got to make this happen. So here's the name of the partners: the Lawrenceville Cooperative Ministry, Georgia Center for Opportunity, Lawrenceville Employment Assistance Program, the LEAP Program, Family First, and Gwinnett Housing Corporation. These are all partners in this organization. If you want more information about the resource center, LawrencevilleResponseCenter.com. LawrencevilleResponseCenter.com to see how you can get some funding if you need help. Go to LawrencevilleResponseCenter.com. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
I've been missing the way you touch me, baby. Kisses on my neck and the love you gave me. When I think about it, I go a little bit crazy. It's gotta be more than this for you and I to coexist. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. I've been scrolling through the text messages you sent me, trying to fill the holes where you left me empty. And when I think about it, get a little emotional, knowing that we might never ever be close to loving. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Sober up. Think it's time for me to sober up. Cause I don't know what I should do with all these feelings. Don't wanna be needy, too in love. Maybe I am just too in love. Baby, all I know is I can't make you stay. But don't just walk away. Help me. I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So right now, the Gwinnett County Transit and Gwinnett Community Outreach, they're teaming up to do the Stuff the Bus. And they're trying to get people to donate non-perishable items, and they're going to stuff this bus for people who are in need. There are a lot of people still in need, y'all. There are a lot of people still in need. Last year, the donation drive filled nearly a 40-foot commuter bus with food and other necessities that were distributed at local cooperative ministries. And so they're doing the same thing this year. It starts to you can take part today from 5 a.m. Well, you missed that one already. 5 a.m. 6 a.m. tomorrow. 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. February 17th at Buford Park and Ride at I-985 at Georgia 20 in Buford. So if you want to drop off some stuff at that park and ride, you can do that. Also, February 18th and 19th, 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. You can do the Indian Trail Park and Ride, 1560 Indian Trail, Lilburn, and that's in Norcross, Lilburn Road. So that park and ride, 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. That's February 18th and 19th. 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. February 17th. Buford Park and Ride located at I-985 at Georgia 20 in Buford. So you want to donate, you can. Donations may also be made between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. today through the 19th at the GCT Customer Service Office located at 3525 Mall Boulevard, Suite 5C in Duluth. Donations can also be made at 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. today through February 19th at the GCT Customer Service Office located 3525 Mall Boulevard, Suite 5C in Duluth. Okay, so if you want to help stuff the bus, you can do so. And you can do so by going and making your donations at the parking lot. I think that's really cool. There's still a lot of people who are in need of just canned goods, non-perishables, like food. Like, you wouldn't think so, but there are a lot of people that's struggling right now. So if you can be a part of the situation and help out, you can. Gwinnett County Public Schools recently ordered 32,000 laptops for students. Superintendent, I need to stop talking so fast. Superintendent J. Alvin Wilbanks told the county state legislative delegation recently in a video conference. So the Chromebooks are going to be given out to students. They're going to start arriving next month. And this is important, too, because there are a lot of students who had to work from home and they didn't have computers. There's also a lot of students who didn't even have access to the internet. So the county has stepped in and said, we want our kids to continuously learn, even if they can't go into a classroom. That's why it's so important for these digital computers to make it to the homes of students who need them. It was also important to make sure that they had wireless connection. So the school district also bought 16,000 wireless hotspots for students who lacked internet access. So they got, they listen, we got 177,000 kids here in Gwinnett County that are in school, right? The district already distributed 70,000 Chromebooks last year. Now they adding another 32,000 to that. That's going to bring the total to 102,000 plus 16,000 wireless hotspots. So that way the students can learn. Listen, that's why Gwinnett is one of the best school systems in Georgia, if not the best, because of things like this. This is important. There are a lot of kids who went home, didn't have a computer, didn't have a cell phone, they didn't have access to the internet, and they was like, you know what? Yeah, you're going to be home, but we're going to make sure you can still learn while you're home. So kudos to Gwinnett County Public School System for making sure that our kids can continuously to learn, even though they're home, because a lot of them are home because of the pandemic. So let's give them a round of applause. That's why we got a good school system here in Gwinnett County. You think that's, you think it's not. All right, so today is Talk Business Tuesday, right? All right, so today is Talk Business. I'm excited because Lawrenceville is getting the Gwinnett Entrepreneur Center is being renovated right now, and I'm excited about that. I reached out to Mark Farmer, was a guest on the show some episodes ago, and this is going to be an entrepreneur center. There's going to be coaching there. There's going to be mentoring there. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on to help small businesses grow, and I think that's really cool. It's almost like an incubator, and I'm excited because hopefully I'll be a part of it. I want to be a coach there, and I put that out, and I've spoken to Mark, so maybe, I'll be a coach there, and you guys can come and work with me. Now, here's the thing. If you have an idea for a business, right, or let's say you're running a business, or you're running a business, and you're trying to figure out how to make it a business, because here's the thing. If you're an entrepreneur, it's just you. When you're a business, the business runs without you. Now, right now, I'm still an entrepreneur phase because I do this show. Now, granted, I can do the show pretty much from anywhere around the world that has internet service, but for the most part, I do the show, and I haven't set this up to be a business yet. There's a difference. There's a difference in being an entrepreneur and being a business owner. A business owner has systems in place that allow you to grow and scale. Right, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on how to scale this business. And I told you guys last year, a couple of things I was thinking about was bringing on more show hosts so we can scale. So I'm working on that. That way when I'm not here, because I may just want to take a week off, someone can sit in and host a Good Morning Gwinnett show for me. I can scale. That's called a system. Right now, I do everything. I do the show myself. Like you hear me talking 4 days a week. The other way to scale a business is to put a team in place, right? So Georgette is my producer. She brings on all the guests. She makes sure they get all the necessary documents. She makes sure they get on the calendar. That is so helpful to me because when my guests come on Thursday, all I have to do is show up and talk to them. She sends me their bio ahead of time, their pictures ahead of time, so I know something about them. We don't send out review questions because when you send out, this is my opinion. Some people don't agree with this, but it's my opinion. I don't send out review questions because I don't want the person coming on sounding like a robot. Right? If you know the top 10 questions I'm going to ask you, then you're going to sound like a robot when I answer them because you already practiced. I don't practice. You can tell that because I be stumbling all the time. But I want it to be a real conversation where it's flowing freely and it's authentic. Because when you know what I'm going to ask you, then it's not authentic because you have rehearsed what you're going to say. I don't want that. So Georgette makes sure that we get bios and pictures. That's what she does. Now I'm going to bring on somebody and all they do is Pinterest marketing. I don't want to learn Pinterest. I got some courses sitting up in my shopping cart over at Udemy. Not in my shopping cart, in my library, because I got a bunch of courses that I bought from Udemy. And I just realized I don't want to spend my time learning Pinterest. I don't want to spend my time learning Instagram. So I'm hiring an Instagram marketer. I don't want to spend my time doing that. I want to spend my time doing other stuff, right? Like I love making little videos and I love making little graphics. That's what I want to spend my time doing. And I want to spend my time talking to you. And I want to spend my time creating marketing ideas for this business. I got a couple of great things coming down the pike, right? I just got to solidify them and make sure we can kick them off. I'm a marketing person. I want to spend my time. Now, not that Pinterest is not marketing because it is, and not that IG and Instagram is not marketing because it is. I just don't want to spend time learning it. I know the basics of how things should work, but there are experts out there who do that. So this is what I'm talking about. So if you have a business, at some point you want to scale the business. Now, if you just want to be the business and the business stops and ends with you, then okay, fine. You keep doing what you're doing. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to create a legacy that's going to live when I'm gone. That means I have to put a good team in place, not just a team, a really good team. And that is why I'm bringing on someone to do Pinterest for me. That is why I'm bringing on someone to do Instagram for me. And there's some other people that I'm going to be bringing on in the next 2 weeks that are going to help me grow this business. Because I want to scale. And the only way for me to scale is to bring on more shows. So bring on more shows, bring on a nice team. I'm going to be doing a new show called Global Conversations. That show's supposed to start earlier this year, but of course I had all the stuff going on in my family. But that show is coming, and that is a economic development show, global economics. We're going to be talking global economics. My host, his name is Rudolph Travers. He is a Liberian-born American. He's been here for quite some time. He ran for president of Liberia some years ago. I was his public relations liaison between the Americas and Liberia, and we've been friends ever since. Now, here's the thing. He met me because he found the new newspaper that I used to publish, and that's how we became friends. I helped him publish a book. He published the book, and then he took the book to Africa, Liberia, and he ran for president. He did not win, but he stayed there for 3 years, and he taught them how to farm. There's a lot of land in Africa, and he owns land in Africa. We were supposed to do a joint venture together where I go to Liberia and build a women business center. That was in 2010. And that's when my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, so I didn't get a chance to go. I was supposed to go back in 2012, and she got diagnosed again, and I didn't go. And I just said, you know what? That's the universe telling me it's not time to do that yet, so I didn't go. And so I believe in that. So, you know, some people don't. I do. That was the universe saying, nope, you can't go, and I didn't go. You know, my mom was very worried about me going because she knew I was ready. I was ready to go. And I was excited. I did the floor plans. I did everything. Everything was laid out. The building is up. We just had to go in there and make some modifications to the building. And I want to say it was 6 acres, and there was a building on the 6 acres, and we were going to turn that building into a soap manufacturing company and a daycare. It was the plan was amazing, you know. And he and I were working together on that, and I was ready to go, but I didn't go. But anyway. So if you're thinking about starting a business, you're thinking about, if you're an entrepreneur, you're thinking about turning your entrepreneurship into a business, you're going to need a team. You're also going to need resources. That is why the Entrepreneur Center that's going to be located downtown Lawrenceville is going to be so important, because you'll be able to get access to resources to help you grow your business. There are going to be collaborative partners that's going to be part of the center. It's going to be kind of like an incubator. Because it's work with business who are housed in the you're gonna be able to use some. You're gonna be able to have your business inside the incubator. That's one of the things. And it's set to open in April. And then you're gonna have all these people to help you out. So, you know, think about that. Now, let me tell you some of the ways I'm scaling and what am I doing. I absolutely love Fiverr. I've been using Fiverr since they started, when it was just $5 for real. Now you can barely find anything on there for $5, but when it was $5 for real, I was using Fiverr. So what I do is I go to Fiverr and I look at people who offer services that I'm looking for. I look at how many stars they got. I look at how many people they've served, and I look at the money that they are requesting for the service, right? And so if all of those things check out for me, then I buy the service. It's pretty simple to me. I look at how many stars. They got 4.5 to 5 stars. I never do I never do 3 stars. It has to be 4 stars or better. Because sometimes, you know, a disgruntled person can make them have a 4-star. But if it's a 3-star, nah, I don't do 3. I don't do 3 stars on anything, really. 4 stars or better is what I normally do, because I understand that some people just not going to be happy no matter what you do, and they give you a bad review, and that make you have 4 stars. 3 stars, that mean a few people weren't happy with what you did, so we ain't going to do 3 stars. But 4 stars or better, I normally check the person out. If the price is good, right? If the service is good and they got 4 stars or better and they've done at least, 25, 35, depending on what it is and up, I'm like, yeah, that person, 25 people really like them. I like them too. So that's how I pick the people that I work with. And now that I'm going to be using Pinterest, I got this one lady on there. She looks like she's pretty good. I'm sure she has a team of people working with her, because I'm sure she has orders in queue right now, so I'm sure she's not doing it by herself. So she has a team, so she has a business. She has a Pinterest marketing business because she has a team. I'm sure she does, because she's done too many, and she still has some in queue right now waiting to be completed. So I go to Fiverr. I look at the services I want. I look at how many stars the provider has. I look at how much the gig costs, and I look at the reviews and see what people are saying. If people give them good reviews, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to go with that person. So that is how I'm going to build my team out. That is how I'm going to scale this business. And I'm going to be bringing on a couple of new show hosts to be on the platform as well. Now, someone asked me, like, are you going to start a network? And I threw that around before, but I don't think I'm ready to start a network yet. However, I'm looking to work with the network, and so that's in the works right now. Just got to see how that all play out. So, and then again, I might start a network and partner with another network. So I don't know. That part I haven't figured out yet, but this part right here, what I'm sharing with you, is all figured out. And Good Morning Gwinnett is probably going to start coming on earlier. Global Conversations is going to be a night show. Yeah, it's going to be an evening show. I think it's Monday nights we're going to be doing it. Or Tuesday nights we're going to be doing, like, not night, but like 7 o'clock in the evening. It's going to be an evening show. I'm excited about that show. I just haven't gotten a chance to launch yet, but we are very, very close. Got to get the graphics done over. I didn't like them, so that was one of the other issues. I didn't like the graphics, so we're going to get those done over. But that should be starting in a couple of weeks, and I think that's going to be pretty cool because it's going to help you learn how to do business outside of the borders of where you are, right? It's global economics. We're going to be talking about global economics, which I love entrepreneurship and I love that type of stuff. So I'm excited about that. All right, I'm going to go to a song and I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
So many questions that I wanna ask, but I can find the reasons why. You always find a small excuse to leave. What's your excuse to make me cry? My love was lost when you came and took it all. My mind says stop, but my heart is screaming out. Don't go, just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. Just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. How can I love you when you're not around? How can I let you let me down, down, down? How can I long for you feeling so small? Love should be everything or not at all. My love was lost when you came and took it all. My mind says stop, but my heart is screaming out. Don't go, just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. Just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind
Welcome back. So listen, guys, I'm talking business right now. I'm, thinking about scaling your business. The other thing you want to think about, I was talking about how to scale it using Fiverr. There are other platforms like Thumbtack and Upworks. They all kind of do the same thing, but a little bit more in depth. But I love Fiverr because I feel like you can. I've never used Upwork. I've heard about them. I have been a provider on Thumbtack, and when I tell you, I don't think I didn't like about Thumbtack it didn't allow me to put exactly what I did. Like, it put digital marketing, but I wanted to put podcast because that's what I did. I'm a podcast marketer. I'm a video marketer, and it didn't give me the opportunities to put that. So I got a lot of social media requests. So if you are trying to scale your business as a solopreneur, You may want to think about, and a freelancer, you may want to think about putting yourself on Thumbtack. Now, Thumbtack works like this. You put yourself out there, you're going to get these requests for you to do the work, and then you're going to have to pay to open the request so you can help the people. That's how Thumbtack works. I just happen to like Fiverr a little bit better because you go there, you put up a free profile, and when you put your profile up, you offer your services, and when people pay for your services, Fiverr get their cut. So that's another thing. So if you're a freelancer and you want to stay a solopreneur, you want to stay a freelancer, and you really don't care about scaling, you can go and make yourself a provider on a Fiverr, on a Upworks, on a Thumbtack. I like Fiverr because now people can go there, they can see how many stars you got, they can see your response rate and things like that. Like I've been a provider doing shout out on the show. I think my Talk Business with Audrey show, I do like shout outs, and I think my rating was like a 5, like out of all the ones I've done, and I made money on there. And it's so crazy because you would think that I would be pushing that really hard, but I haven't pushed it. I haven't put that, you can be a guest on the show or give a shout out on the show. I haven't pushed it really hard, which I should, because when I first started, podcasting wasn't a big thing. Now, all of a sudden, I think it was last year, it was this whole big category, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. But I just haven't had the time to go with it. Maybe I'll do that today, to do that either. So if you're a solopreneur, you want to stay a solopreneur, I'm suggesting that you go to Fiverr and put yourself down as a provider. If you're a business owner and you're trying to scale your business and you want to put a team in place, but you don't have the budget to hire people to come on full time, I'm suggesting, my thing is I like Fiverr. So you go there and you find the people, whether you need I got some graphic work that I got to get done, right? I'm going to Fiverr and find the perfect graphic person. And I've done this plenty of times. Find the perfect graphic person, send them my ideas, and I'll tell you, I had a person do a whole script for me. And I tell you what, in 2000 and I think it was 15, I launched HerTube TV in 2013. In 2015, I had a writer on Fiverr. I gave her my concept for each episode, this is what the episode is about, and I let her write it out. Well, she wrote out the entire script for a six-part series called Campus Crimes. And my daughter, everybody loved it. I wasn't too happy with the production side of it because you couldn't hear some of the production because the mic got dropped, the mic, all kind of crazy stuff. So it was like sound that was lost. And but I did it when I tell you I did it on a tight budget, I did it on a tight budget. And I was a little bit upset though. People say, no, you should still put it out. And I was like, I'm not putting it out. But people loved it. But anyway, I went to Fiverr. I gave the girl a synopsis of what I wanted. I said, this is what I want. I gave her the synopsis for each episode. It was six episodes. And she wrote a script for it. And I cast a group of 24 people to be in this show. And we shot it in 6 days. I'm talking about my cast had 24 people in it. We shot that series in 6 days. Each episode was about 30 minutes. And I produced it. It was so cool. And then we did a screening at the Cornerstone right here in Gwinnett County. But I'm sharing this story to say that as a provider, you can go there and people will hire you. And as a business owner, you can go there and scale and do whatever you want to get done. Right? I mean, whatever your mind can conceive, there's somebody out there to do it for you, and it takes you out of the way so you can focus on something else, right? I don't want to learn how to do Pinterest. I don't want to learn I've tried. I'm like, you know what? That's not a good use of my time trying to learn Pinterest. I'm not trying to be a Pinterest expert, so why waste my time? I'm not trying to learn Instagram like that. I know how to go to Instagram, post some pictures. Now I know how to put something on the story, because for a minute I'm like, I don't know how to do none of that stuff, and I'm kind of techie, but it doesn't excite me. Clubhouse excites me. Clubhouse excites me, and it probably excites me because all I have to do is click on the Clubhouse app on my phone, find a room that I want to go in, click on that room, and if it's small enough, I may even get a chance to open my mouth and say something. If it's big enough, if it's really a large room, I may have the chance to just learn a lot of great information because there's a lot of great information being shared. So these are just opportunities for you. Pick your platform, but just understand if you're trying to scale, don't try to do it all yourself. And if you don't want to scale at all, you want to say a solopreneur, just go over there and put yourself, you can put yourself on all of those platforms. You can be on Fiverr, you can be on Upworks, you can be on Thumbtack. There's no exclusivity. Just put yourself out there as a freelancer or a solopreneur and let people contact you about hiring you for your services. All right. So listen, that's all I got for today. I'm going to go to my last song and I'm going to come back and give you my word of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned.
sure I understand it, but everything seems brighter now than before. I don't know why I feel this way, but every time I hear your name, all my worries disappear, yeah. It's all because of you. I feel the way I do. You make my dreams come true, yeah. It's all because of you, because of you, because of you. And I don't fall in love so easily, 'cause I don't wear my heart up on my sleeve, yeah. I don't know if you feel the same, but every time I hear your name, my worries disappear. It's all because of you, yeah. I feel the way I do. You make my dreams come true, yes you do now. It's all because of you, because of you, because of you.
Inspiration. This is a good one. All right, here goes. Worrying doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Oh, let me say that one more time. Worrying doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Ain't that the truth? Listen, I ain't even got to go into that. Listen, if you worrying about stuff that you can't change, it's taking away peace from you right now. You can't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow didn't get here yet. Can't worry about the past. It's gone. But right now is all you got. Right now, right this minute, right this second is all you got. And the fact that you're spending this time worrying about something that you can't change, something that doesn't really matter, is taking away from your peace right now. I was talking to, I think it was my friend or my daughter. It was somebody yesterday. And there's things that's always going on in my life. You know what I mean? And I can spend a whole lot of time being mad, being upset, being worried. But here's the problem with that. It takes away from my peace like right now. And I know sometimes people don't want to hear me talk about, I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to argue about that. I'm not going to fight about that. I'm not going to say anything about that. Because you know why? I'm focused on my peace, right? So I'm going to ask you what I need to ask you. I'm not going to argue about it. Because at the end of the day, whatever is coming to me is coming to me. And whatever is coming to you is coming to you. Here's the thing. Do you want good stuff coming to you? Or do you want bad stuff coming to you? I'm not worried about it. I'm trying to put out good energy so I get good energy back. If I put out bad energy, I'm going to get bad energy back. If I worry, I'm going to keep getting things that make me worry. I ain't trying to worry about all that stuff. I'm not trying to worry about that stuff. That is why I cleared my plate. I don't care about all the stuff that I had going on. I'm thinking about right now because that's all I got. I had all these things going on before. All I have is right now. And right now, what's important to me right now is my family, my friends, and my business. This one business that I'm working on. So I love you for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 1 minute with me. And I appreciate you and love you to life for that. If you miss any episodes of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, Also, follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And if you like the show, go to Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, give it 5 stars. I appreciate you, love you for that. And download the app from the App Store. Yes, we have an app for the Good Morning Gwinnett show. Yes. So download that app and share the app with your friends. The more downloads, the better for the show. The more we get to share this message. And trust me, there's a lot coming down the pipe for other shows as well. So, again, thank you so much for listening. Listen, stay safe out there. All you have is right now. So stop worrying about yesterday. Stop worrying about tomorrow. All you have is right now. Keep your peace. Do your best. Be a person of integrity. Be a person of honesty. Do your best. Be a good you. Be the real you. Be the authentic you. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Don't forget to tell them you love them. Don't forget to hug them if you can. Listen, wear your mask. Stay safe out there. Until next time, I'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.